What's up, guys? DJ Darkbeat here, bringing you another blaster review video. Today we're talking about two blasters. They come in a 2-pack. It's a pretty good set, I believe, and it's under $20. Now, you can't get much nowadays for under $20, especially in the blaster department, but Adventure Force and Dart Zone have been coming out with some bargain blasters that have actually outperformed what Hasbro's coming out for twice as much usually. So this pack looks good. It comes with 2 blasters, 2 magazines, 40 darts. It comes with a lot of different stuff. So today we're going to be talking about the Adventure Force Arsenal X 2-pack. Arsenal X pack? X. I don't know. The Arsenal X. It comes with a bolt-action sniper rifle, and it comes with a mag-fed top prime pistol, which is pretty cool. Now, this is a remake of the Arsenal pack, which came out a while back, and it had the same 2 type of blasters. These are a little bit different, not just differently skinned, but we'll see. It might just be different skins, but they did make some changes on these that made these better than the originals. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. All right, but let's get this out of the box, see what we're working with, and go from there. All right, stick with me, guys. Okay, so the Arsenal X Value Blaster set. Pretty cool. Again, this was $17, so you get a lot in this package for $17. It does have 2 magazines, and it has the flip clip system. So these do snap together, and you can use both magazines just by flipping them over, which is pretty cool. It comes with 25 of the waffle type tip darts, blaster, scope, blaster. So not bad. It's claiming up to 80 feet in range. And yep, scope, mag release. They keep calling it a clip. Adventure Force, shame on you. It's not a clip, it's a magazine. These are magazines, but you know, whatever. And this is a top prime retaliator style blaster. So it looks pretty cool. All right, let's get it out of the box, see what we get. Okay, guys, so here it is. Bolt action, top prime pistol, scope, darts, magazines. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so the Arsenal X blaster pack. Pretty cool. Let's go over the pistol first. It's not bad. I mean, you'd expect it to be really cheap for that kind of money, and you know, some of the Adventure Force stuff, like the BuzzBee kind of stuff, can get on a little bit cheap. The plastic is a little bit thin, but it doesn't feel all that bad. And wow, it's a nice, easy prime, and it actually feels pretty decent in terms of pop. It feels like it's got a really good seal. But that's here nor there. We're gonna find that out later. The blaster itself, grip feels nice. The grip is solid. It's a decent size. It's actually a lot chunkier than I expected it to be. The original Arsenal pack that had this type of blaster, I forget the name of it, if it had a name, but this is definitely a reskin of that. It looks a lot better in terms of the aesthetic, and it definitely feels a lot nicer. This prime is nice, everything is nice, and it is mag fed, and just like that, you're done. You got a mag release button down here, just kind of like the Andrea rifle. So your mag release is a little button pressed down there, and these magazines are the clip system. So they have these notches on the back over here. You line them up and then snap right into place. It's friction fit, you know, a little snap, and you're good to go. So you have your magazines. You fire when you're ready to reload. You just flip it around, and you're good to go. So you got 16 shots in your magazine, since these are 8-round mags. Pretty cool. All right, so let's put a couple darts in this. And it's nice too that at least they give you 25 darts. So they give you some darts to play with, which is nice. You can put 16 in, and that is it. All right, so let's see what our first impression is of this bad boy. The name on it is BBT 1902. Yeah, so it's a version of the 1902. All right, not bad. Feels okay. Not gonna blow down anybody's house, but not bad. All right, so now let's check out the sniper rifle. The original Arsenal pack sniper rifle didn't really have a handle. You know, it didn't have a grip. I'll show you what I mean. So on this one, there's a nice little grip here compared to the original. Now the original, I don't have the original one here, but I do have the Alpha Rogue here, and this is very similar. And if you see how this is, there is no way to really grab. This one actually has more of a handle than the original Arsenal sniper rifle did. The original Arsenal blaster, you really had to grab, like the stock was the grip. So the stock doubled as the grip, and it was very hard. You had to move your hand in order to prime it, kind of deal. But it was very, very tricky. The Andrea rifle, the Walking Dead Andrea rifle, is the closest thing to what I'm talking about. But this is a little bit newer, so even this, it's the closest thing to representing what I'm trying to tell you. The stock is basically the grip. So you can't shoulder this, but you know, I think Mongoose Jake said it's more like a club. It's a blaster club. You can use it like a club, and you got it as a blaster. So this is the Walking Dead Andrea rifle. It's very similar to the original Arsenal sniper rifle, but I just wanted to show you what I meant. This one, however, they changed it. They made it better. It actually has a grip now, so you do have a place to put your hand. So it does have a grip, and it was already primed. Yes, so it does have a grip, bolt. All right, so it feels okay. So that feels decent. So the grip feels decent. It's a little bit small. It's definitely smaller than the 1902 pistol, but at least it has a grip. So this one has a grip. And again, we're talking about a $17 for two blasters. Two blasters, two mags, 25 darts. 17 bucks. All right, at Walmart. So keep that in mind when we keep talking. It feels pretty solid. It's not creaking around as much as I would actually expect it to out of some of these blasters, but not bad. So yeah, it has a stock. Again, you're not going to really shoulder this, but it does come with the sight, and the sight actually has irons on it, and it does have a reticle in there, and it does have some plastic in there, which is kind of cool. So you do have your scope on there, and that's pretty cool. All right, so let's get this puppy loaded up and see how she is. All right, I don't know if this is a foregripper or not, but again, this is just supposed to be a little bolt action sniper rifle. Now I'm okay. Huh. Now, I'm a fan of having the bolt on the left because I like to keep my, trigger hand stationary and prime with my left. On these, you have to come up and prime with your shooting hand, with your trigger hand. And that's just for me personally. I like to do it the other way just so I can keep more of a steady trigger pull and trigger feel without having to release. But a lot of real steel rifles are the same way with the bolt. But overall, it doesn't feel too bad. All right, they definitely improved on the other model by giving it an actual grip and an actual place to put your hand, and you don't have to use it like a club. So that is a definite improvement. And it comes, you just get a lot for a little. So if these things perform even halfway decent, it's definitely worth the money for $17 plus tax at Walmart. And that is pretty cool. So let's take it to the chronograph now. Let's get some numbers and see what we get. All right, guys, stick with me. Okay, guys, so I got a magazine loaded up in each. We will start off with the 1902 and see what we get. All right, so 8 shots. Here we go. 76.4, 66.9, 74.4, 75.4, 61.9, 74.7, 73.4, 73.4 again. Not bad. $17 for two blasters, not bad. So we had a high of 76.4, low of 61.9, and the average 72 FPS. Not terrible. I'm not gonna lie, that is not bad for $17 for two blasters. Again, you got to remember the price what we're talking about, and it's above elite standard of 70 FPS is what we're talking about. All right, so now we're gonna go to the sniper rifle and see how this puppy performs. I really like the way this looks, but let's get it. Here we go. 72.1, 69.2, and I got another misfire. I'm telling you, I think that fired two darts. 70.3. All right, we'll find out. 67.8, 73.8, 69.2, 75.7, and let's see if there's a dart left. Okay, 73.4. So it felt like it fired two. It seems like sometimes the bolt isn't chambering the dart correctly, but I'll have to look at that a little bit, see if I'm doing it incorrectly. But we had a high of 75.7, low of 67.8, and a average of 71.5. So they are both right there at that 71.5, 72 average. So not terrible. All right, let's take them outside now. Let's take a few shots at the target and see if they are accurate and get that 80 feet that they're claiming on the box. All right, guys, stick with me. Okay, guys, we are 50 feet away. I'm going to start off with the 1902 and see what we can do. I will do 8 shots out of each, and yeah, see how good we are to the target. All right, we're loaded up here. I'm just going to use the iron sight that's on this one. It has a front iron, not a rear, but you can swap the scope back and forth. But let's see. I think that was 8. Yep. That little button magnet is going to take a little getting used to. All right, let's switch over to the rifle now and see how that does. Okay, so sniper rifle loaded up. I have the scope on here. I'm going to use that. I got this on the top of the dart catch to see, just to give me an idea. And that was not good. That was a nosedive. And the mag just released. Okay, so you got to be careful where you hold it as well. I am not having it. Look, you know, so when I pull the bolt back, I can see it moving up a little bit. There's no jam door or anything, so you can't see what's going on in there. But yeah, you got to be careful. It's just very difficult to where to put your hand. And we're out. So, you know, I was really excited about this one. More so about the 1902, believe it or not. But I really like bolt action sniper rifles. They are some of my faves. But, you know what? It does what it's supposed to do. $17. All right, let's go inside and talk about it. Okay, guys. So, the Adventure Force Arsenal X pack. Arsenal X, yes. Now, I want you guys to remember, this is sold under the Adventure Force moniker at Walmart, but these are BuzzBee. you know, I don't know if I made that clear. The original Arsenal pack was BuzzBee toys. So these are BuzzBee Blasters. And that's one of the things I was excited about too, was the darts are similar to the waffle darts, but there's like a diamond kind of cut in here. It almost looks like a little house. So they are different than the Adventure Force waffle darts. So I was excited about these darts, and they did perform pretty well in terms of accuracy, and they were stable in flight. So they were stable in flight. I'll have to shoot them through some other blasters, and you know, I'll fire them to those to see really what the accuracy is. You know, it's hard to tell on $17 blasters, but when we're firing some of these through a Nexus or a Striker or something like that, we'll really get a tell on if they are on par with the waffle darts. But they did fly pretty nice through my testing. All right, so let's talk about the blasters. All right, the 1902, I really like this blaster. Now you can you know, put the scope on either or if you'd like. You know, it is interchangeable, so if you'd rather have it on here, you can do that as well and make it look any way you want. The scope from the Andrea's rifle also works. It has the BuzzBee type rail, so any kind of BuzzBee type scope will fit on that BuzzBee rail. Now the blaster itself, I really like the way this thing feels. It's not as cheap as you would think it would be from a BuzzBee type blaster. It's not you know, a lot of these cheaper blasters, the plastic's really thin and they creak and moan and groan. This one really does not do that, and that is pretty nice. And I'll tell you what, for getting around in the 70s, it performs better than I expected from a blaster of this price, especially for what you get in this pack for under $20. Don't forget, you're getting 2 blasters, 2 magazines, 25 darts, and an attachment for $17 plus tax. So for around 20 bucks, you're getting all that. So you can buy this for your kids, and they can play with each other for under $20 and have a blast. They could fill up their magazine once and have extra darts. That is a good deal. You know, you really can't beat that. With the magazine in, it's a little bit loose. It's a little bit loose in the mag well. I will say that. The button mag release takes a little getting used to. It was the same on the Andrea rifle. It had that button type mag release, which not a fan, but it is what it is. Now, the other cool thing with the flip clip system is, you know, it's on both sides, so you can put these either way. So I like to have it where I drop my mag, I just flip it and load. So, but you can have the magazines facing different directions, so you have to flip and spin, or you can have them facing the same direction, so all you have to do is flip. I like to have them facing the same direction. You drop the mag, flip it, boom, and you're in. So that's the way I like to do it, but you can do it either way. So that's up to you. That is dealer's choice, and that is a nice feature. And I'll tell you, some of them are getting decent snaps. You know, it is snappy and it's not bad. Now, I was more excited. I love bolt action sniper rifles, so I was excited for that blaster. Okay, and I was excited that BuzzBee changed the mallet system grip and turned it into a real grip. The blaster itself feels a lot more solid. Even the, I mean, actually the Andrea rifle doesn't feel too bad. The Alpha, you know what? They all feel around the same. The plastic is just, it's a little bit different. I'm not going to say cheap, because it's not cheap. It feels good. It's just different. Now, where I was running into issues was the bolt. Now, the bolt isn't complete. It's not a full bolt here, so when you grab it, you know, it digs into you a little bit, but it's not a hard prime at all, so it doesn't bother you. I was having a little issues with the bolt not feeding a dart, so I don't know why, because there is no window or anything to see the breach. So I don't know why I was getting some misfeeds on my darts. but you know, sometimes I grab the magazine as my foregrip, and I don't know if I moved the mag. I don't know, but I did have a few misfeeds and misfires where the dart would not fire, but it did not feed. So I don't know what that is. I can't really go into that. It's just there's no real. It's not comfortable for me because there's no real good place to put my hand. I mean, I guess you can hold it like this. Since it's so small and you really can't shoulder it, it's just hard to find a good shooting position. I can't get comfortable with it. Even with the Andrea's rifle, at least, you know, it had this like piece up here, so I was able to more easily get comfortable with it. But there's no place to put your hand, so it was comical on that. The best out of the Alpha Rogue, this is not a mag fed, but this thing pops. I didn't think it was going to be that good because it's kind of an open bolt, open breech, but that thing pops pretty well. All right, back to that. I'm getting off topic, getting off track here. All right, but back to the $17 Arsenal X-Pack. Would I pay $17 for this again? Abso-friggin-lutely. I see potential with this. Most people, I think, are going to want this one, the 1902. This is a great blaster. So my potential on this, I don't know, but I think it is high, and I am really, if you're a fan of the Retaliator Top Prime type of blaster, then yeah, man, this is a nice, look at this thing. With a paint job, this thing is going to look badass for sure. So, but I do like the colors the way it looks now. It's really nice the way it's got this ported back. You know, it just looks really nice. It's got a nice look to it. The prime is nice and easy. It's very smooth. It's not janky at all. And you're getting, again, in that low 70s FPS, low to mid 70s FPS range. Man, what more do you want? If you want more than that for that kind of money, you know what? I'm not even going to say it, but not bad. Not bad. It's not a mallet anymore. You do have a place to put your hand. You do have a place to carry it to. So the stock has been dramatically improved. Again, personal preference aside, you know, it's a great blaster. For me, personally, just the way it's set up with the magazine, I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess you're supposed to hold it like this. And, you know, it does work. It's just not my cup of tea, but that's a personal opinion. So it might be different for you. But overall, not bad. I will say, for under $20 at Walmart, you got yourself a nice, fun set. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.